Okay, so today we're going to talk about how to handle doubt and fear in your manifestation journey. Okay, you remember that when it comes to manifestation, sometimes what you're looking for is going to take a little while sometimes to manifest instantly, while sometimes it will take much time depending. Now remember that every goal you have has its own duration, its own due time. Just like in terms of conception and birth, a human being takes 9 months, while other animals take different months. Okay, so that's how it is in terms of manifestation. Your goal sometimes is going to take time. Now, within those period of time, how do you handle doubt? How do you handle fear? Because truth is that you're going to have this doubt and fear while you wait for your manifestation to actually become your physical reality, to actually come to your 3D world. How do you handle these things? Because in the process, some of us lose faith, some of us actually lose focus, and then we go back to the old way that we don't want, to the old things that we want to actually give out and bring in new stuff. We go back to them because of doubts and fear. So we're going to talk about how to handle it and how I handle mine, so that at the end of the day I can still stay on track and be able to get what I want. But before we do that, a quick introduction. This is Manifest with Justice, and what we do here is share with you how to manifest your dream. We also talk about spirituality, Navigoda's teachings, and how you can become a better you. So if you are interested in stuff like this, I would ask you to join us in this community. Let us grow. Just hit the like button on this video and then subscribe to the channel with your notification turned on. Okay, now let us just get started. Now, talking about fears and doubts, one thing is that you are going to have them because you're a human. Now, remember, if you listen to Navigoda's teaching very well, you will understand that God incarnated Himself in you. So that means God became human. That is you, that you might become God someday. Now, how do you do that? You become God when you realize that you are God, and then you are simply going to harness the power that you have as God. But as it is now, God has become you. And there is, as Navel put it, that God is dreaming an eternal dream, right? It is dreaming to be you, human, with a lot of limitations, a lot of limitations. So God imposed this limitation on Himself to experience being human, and then when the time is right, He will awaken in you, and then you actually realize that you are God, that all this while you have been dreaming. Now, all the things that you have been doing, that you will do tomorrow, the things you've done in the past, and the things you're currently doing, they are all dream. They are all in a dream state, eternal dream that God is dreaming. Okay, when the time is right, you will awaken. He will awaken in you. And so always understand the fact that you are God. You have that power in you. But as it is now, you are limited because you are God in human form. Okay, God is actually living in you, but in human form, right? And then He imposed this flesh on Himself so that He can have the experience. And one of those limitations is doubt and fears. Doubt and fears. As long as blood runs through your vein, you're going to have doubt and fear. Now, one of the ways to conquer doubt and fear is to work with certain principles, to work with certain premises. Now, when you work with certain premises, no matter how long your desire takes, you will understand that it will definitely happen. Okay. Now, one of the principles or one of the premises to work with is that imagination creates reality. Okay. Your imagination creates your reality. So, in other words, your physical reality, whatever you are currently experiencing in your physical work day, you imagined it yesterday. Okay. Now, when you understand this premise and you believe it to heart, you actually take it and believe it, knowing that whatever you are constantly imagining will come true, no matter how long it takes. When you have this understanding, it will be easier for you to actually deal with doubt. It will be easier for you to overcome doubt. Understand this premise and it is much more easier. Now, the next thing you want to understand also is that your doubt does not necessarily mean that what you imagine will not come true. It's just because you are human, and as human, this thing you cannot avoid it. It's unavoidable. You must have doubt. But when you have this doubt, you need to realize that it is not really true. Your doubts are not true at all. They are just surfacing because you are human with limitation. And one of those limitations is that you will have doubt, especially when what you are looking for is taking a little while. You will have doubts, but it is normal. It will not stop the manifestation process. It's not going to stop it at all, but only if you do not continue in the doubt, if you don't actually give it energy. Because when this doubt comes, it's like energy and it comes to you, to your mind. Now, once you identify it, the next thing is to tell yourself that even though this might look like it's taking time, it is definitely going to come true. Remember in the book of Habakkuk, the Bible talks about we are people waiting for their dream, even though it looks like it's going to take time, but it will not delay because when the time is right, it will manifest. Okay, you check it out in the book of Habakkuk. Okay, now you tell yourself when you get this doubt, just tell yourself that this thing is not, it's just coming to you because you are human, but it's not true. Okay, the doubt you're having is not true. Rather, what is true is the premise you're working with, and that is your imagination creates reality. Okay, now the next thing I want you to do is this: be conscious about this thing called doubt and fear. Be very conscious about it. Now, once you catch yourself being doubtful or being fearful, please cut that sin. Just cut it. Okay, cut it in your mind instantly. Don't give it attention. Remember I said earlier that your doubts and your fear doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. Okay, it's not true, but only to the degree at which you stop that emotion from running into you. Okay, and running and then making it looking like it's real. No, once you have that doubt and your fear in your mind, the next thing is to cut it. You can tell yourself to stop, or you can just look for something to distract yourself and then immediately replace it with your desired end. Okay, your imagination, that thing you are wanting to manifest, replace it with the desired end and then live in it. Distract yourself, get yourself watching anything or listen to music. Like what I do is anytime I have doubts, I simply turn on Navegoda's teaching and I listen to him. And within just a few minutes, I mean, automatically the doubt becomes, I transform it into faith, believing that my imagination is going to definitely manifest, right? So that is what I do. I look for Nabegoda's teaching. I have a lot of it on my phone and I listen to it on a daily basis, and especially when I have doubts that what I am imagining in my or what I've imagined in my imagination, what I have actually conceived is not going to come true. When I have this doubt, instantly I turn on Navegoda's teaching and I listen to him. Just by hearing his voice alone is another source of inspiration because it actually puts me ahead and gets me to where I want to be in my imagination and then keeps me there. Okay, so be conscious about this and catch yourself. Just catch yourself anytime you feel any form of fear or doubt. Catch yourself and then break that sin. Just break it. Okay, break that emotion. It's actually an emotion, so you break it and then get yourself instantly, your mind, get it into the wish fulfilled, the emotions that you feel when the wish is fulfilled. Get yourself in it. Now, how do you distract yourself? How do you cut it? You can like I do. I use Nabegoda's teachings. You can use anything. It could be music. It could be anything. It could be a preaching or something, or you know someone that you trust or you like or something. Just look for something to insert in between so that the fearful emotion or the doubtful emotion will go away, and then instantly, consciously, you replace it with the wish fulfilled emotion and remain there. Trust me, the time is going to be right and your manifestation will definitely happen. It will come to your 3D world because you are working with the premise that your imagination creates your reality, meaning that whatever you imagine constantly, it will definitely come to your world. Okay, so I believe I've been able to share with you a little way how you can be able to manage your doubtful and fearful emotions so that they don't disrupt your manifestation. Because if you dwell so much on doubt and fear, it will become your reality. Okay, because when you dwell on doubt and fear, it's actually putting you back to the reality you want to dismantle, you want to get away from. That's what doubt and fear do. They simply take you back to where you are coming from, and you don't want to go back there. So you look for a way, cut it, and then get yourself in the emotion of the wish fulfilled. And trust me, the time comes, you will definitely get what you want. All right, thanks guys for watching. I believe I've shared with you a little way on how I deal with this thing. If you found value in the video, you might want to subscribe to the channel and turn your notification to all. I will also ask you to hit the like button on the video so that it will help others discover this amazing work we are doing on YouTube. All right, I will see you guys in the next video, and bye for now.